This evening, Lusignan residents angry over bad neighborly. Jagdeo says Soku acts politically. Gospel artist makes interesting prediction. In the region, outrage over Maduro's dinner with popular chef. And internationally, SpaceX announces first passenger to go to the moon.
From Safe TV headquarters in South Rival Gardens, this is Safe TV Headline News with George Gonzalez.
Greetings to our viewers in Guyana and around the world. Today is Tuesday, September 18, 2018, and this edition of Headline News is now being streamed live on Facebook and YouTube. I am Baby Bacchus. Thank you for joining us. A man is currently in police custody for allegedly giving his friend poison tablets. On Sunday, a man reportedly gave 46-year-old laborer Gary Sullivan the poisonous tablets in a bottle marked garlic extra 1,000 grams. Reports indicate that Sullivan left his home around 11:20 hours on Sunday and returned about 20-30 hours with a bottle supposedly containing garlic tablets. Around 10 p.m., Sullivan consumed some of the tablets and went to bed. 2 hours later, he woke up and began to vomit. Realizing her husband was in pain, the wife contacted the Georgetown Public Hospital and Sullivan was taken to the hospital. He later succumbed to the poisonous tablets on Monday afternoon. The body is currently at the mortuary awaiting a postmortem. The previous administration established a special organized crime unit to catch drug dealers, money launderers, traffickers, and other organized criminals. But it is the opposition's leaders' belief that the coalition government is using Soku to settle political grudges. Here is Wendell Jeffrey.
Yesterday, the former President Barry Jagdeo showed up at the Soku office to answer questions on the Praderville Sparendam land sale. In a defiant tone, Jagdeo said that it was the PPP who set up the special organized crime unit with some specific tasks.
Soku, this unit was established by the PPP to support the financial intelligence unit to go after money launderers and drug traffickers.
Jagdeo said in the 3 years that the unit was under the current administration, there has not been a single drug or money laundering charge. Rather, all the charges are for PPP members, Jagdeo claimed. He said that this leads him to believe that Soku now takes their marching orders from politicians.
They have not filed a single case against any money launderer or drug trafficker. I heard they have a board in there. You should go in and see that board. It only has investigations into the former government. So after claiming that this country is running amok with drug traffickers and money launderers under the PPP, they have not filed a single case. So we have established by now that Soku takes political directions.
Asked if the Praderville 2 lands were allocated preferentially, Jagdeo refused to answer.
Dealt with that matter 100 times before, and so 100 times before, and so I'm not going to address it again. We have gone through this before. It was not established. We have gone through how it came about and the varying explanations. That matter will wind its way eventually to the court, and that's where we'll make our defense.
Last week, former Public Works Minister Robeson Ben claimed that Praderville 2 was established for security reasons. When asked about this, the former president said that that was not the reason.
Personally, if it was a security issue, I would have not gone to live there at the back next to the seawall where you know, the gunmen can easily hide by the seawall and shoot at you.
For Channel 2 Headline News, Wendell Jeffrey.
Thanks, Wendell. This morning, Timothy Van Malsen of Buxton, East Coast Demerara, appeared before the Cove and John Magistrates Court charged with murder. The 16-year-old boy was not required to plead to the charge. He was accused of having murdered 72-year-old Christianand Dabadi of Annandale, East Coast Demerara. Van Malsen was remanded to jail until October 8, when the case will be called at the Vigilance Magistrates Court. The pensioner's body was found at his home late last month by his daughter after she failed to make contact with her father for an extended period of time. When we come back from the break, Tasha Cobbs makes an interesting prediction. And Lusignan residents accuse neighbor of illegal acts. But first, here is today's foreign currency exchange rates.
For the latest in news from Guyana, the region, and beyond, visit our website, headlinenewsguyana.com.
Fresh ingredients and Creole foods at the Cottage Restaurant and Cafe. Finger-licking boil and fry, meats cooked to perfection. No MSG added. We cater for vegetarians too. Breakfast and lunch available fresh Mondays through Fridays. We open 7 a.m. Get coffee, Milo, or our famous power porridge, filled with a blend of indigenous barks, natural fruit juices. Catering services and delivery available. Call 231-4343. Located at 16 Access Road, Kingston. The Cottage Restaurant and Cafe, bringing back the good old days.
93.1 Real FM. It's your favorite station for the best music from then to now.
Cause girls like you run around with guys like me just waste a day and spend the night. Me, are you riding? Say you never ever leave from beside us. Simple things, them are your blessings, a blessing. Simple things are your
Every day, all day for real music, real people, and real vibes. 93.1 Real FM.
Real FM.
The people's choice.
This is what shopping used to be. More plastic bags than I could carry. Or I could use. They always end up in the bin. Or as unsightly litter. Then it hit me. Get just one reusable bag. Now, whenever I shop, I don't use plastic bags. I always have my reusable bag. It makes shopping a lot easier, and it's better for the environment.
Use one less disposable plastic bag. Make the switch to a reusable bag today. For more information, please call us on 226-2189 or 227-8429 or visit our website moc.gov.gy. A message from the Ministry of Communities in collaboration with the Inter-American Development Bank.
Welcome back. In this report, Wendell Jeffrey tells us that Tasha Cobbs made a not-so-surprising prediction for Guyana.
At her concert last Saturday night, Tasha Cobbs raised eyebrows as she shared a prophecy. She predicted that Guyana has something in the ground that will produce wealth in 24 months.
When I hear that the ground is swelling and everything that was buried that belongs to you, the Lord said that within the next 24 months, you will see increase. Somebody say it's in the ground, it's in the ground. Somebody say 24 months, 24 months, 24 months. There's a swelling in the ground.
Then the MC joined her at the mic on stage and whispered something in her ear. She exhibited signs that she did not know or had not heard that Guyana had found oil more than 3 years ago. With her permission, the MC then told the crowd that Guyana does indeed have oil and that he has been following the discoveries from New York.
You know, Guyana, that there's been a discovery. God is not a man that he should lie. Neither is he the son of man that he should have to repent. God just confirmed what has already
Channel 2 Headline News tried to get an interview with Cobbs after the show. Her handler said that she does not want to speak to the press. However, randomly selected members of the public were allowed to visit with her in her dressing room for private photographs. She then left with her entourage and her security detail in a heavily tinted vehicle accompanied by police escort. For Channel 2 Headline News, Wendell Jeffrey.
Thanks, Wendell. The prime suspect in Saturday's murder of a 56-year-old man in Linden is currently in police custody. Travis Hazel was turned into the Mackenzie police station by his mother on Monday night. According to the police, the two parties both abused drugs and did odd jobs around the market. Around the 1100 hours, Barn apparently fetched a vendor's load, but Hazel began arguing that it was his load to fetch. The two had an argument which turned violent after Hazel began hitting Barron with a piece of wood. Barron fell unconscious and was taken to the Linden Hospital complex, but was pronounced dead on arrival. Residents of Lusignan claim that their neighbor is a menace. They accuse the lawyer of laying down his own version of the law, which includes having persons arrested for non-arrestable infractions such as loud music. However, the lawyer claims that it is them who are in the wrong. Esther Sobers went to the East Coast Demerara village and brought us this story.
One lawyer is allegedly making his neighbors' lives miserable. Several residents of Lusignan aired their grievances with Gary Ramlo-Chan, an attorney at law who is accused of being a nuisance to the community. The residents claim that the issue with Ramlo-Chan started whenever they choose to partake in recreational activities such as playing music.
I was here a couple days ago. My father gave me some CD to play in my car, and so I was playing the CD, and this guy come up to me with a gun and tell me I have to take off the music. And I said, no, I'm not taking off the music. And he started to curse me out, and he said he's going to go to Vigilance Police Station to get me locked up. Eventually, he did that. He went to Vigilance Police Station. He go over there, bribe the police officer them.
The latest incidents occurred on September 10th. Ravi Gildari, an overseas-based Guyanese, had his vacation turned upside down after the law reported him to the police, which resulted in him spending the night in the lockups for noise nuisance.
The inspector in Vigilance, he don't want to hear nothing because the guy who make a report is an attorney. So he want to lock me up. He locked me up, and eventually I went to court. I paid my fine.
Gildari alleges that Inspector Aaron of Vigilance Police Station is in collusion with the lawyer, causing him to be arrested.
Playing music.
What time were you playing the music?
Around 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
How long were you playing the music for?
Like 10 minutes, less than 10 minutes.
Several villagers in Lusignan also spoke of the lawyer's interference of them playing their music, amongst other things.
A couple of years ago, we had a wedding over there. My nephew got married, and the man bring police and close down the music.
What time was that?
12 o'clock, 1 o'clock daytime. On Monday, the Kangandi.
We had 2 weddings, and police come every 10-15 minutes, close it down. Yeah, he take me to court too. Yeah.
The villagers are frustrated. They believe Ramlo-Chan has close ties to Vigilance Police Station, which results in them being treated unfairly.
I would join with the same situation too, because this guy is taking advantage of me. And we can't turn away. What we could do? We can't challenge a liar in court. We have to get a next liar for challenge this liar. And that will cost money. And the court, Vigilance Court, is the battleground. He would drag you to court. You have to take a liar, push you on the part. People are afraid because we don't know if he's going to win. We can't win because he's a liar.
It's just the Russian era, you know. Yeah. Please, you know, he just do a lot of nonsense, you know, to poor people. He can't play little cricket or whatever, you know.
This man just framed me at time for just breaking into the house. So me and my body, I had to go to court and for nothing at all.
Headline News reached out to the lawyer to hear his defense. He asked not to be recorded on camera. However, he offered a different series of events. According to Ramlo Chan, he spoke to Gildari about the loud music and became annoyed. Gildari allegedly started to use vile language and threatened to beat him with a piece of wood. This prompted Ramlo Chan to report the matter to the police. Ramlo Chan also denied brandishing a gun in front of Gildari. To show that he was in the right of the report to the noise nuisance in the community, the lawyer further alluded Section 802, the laws of Guyana, which relates to music. Also in regards to complaints from the other villagers, Ramlo Chan noted that he has no issues with his neighbors. Headline News visited the Vigilance Police Station to inquire about the complaints. However, the officer in question, Inspector Aaron, was not on duty. But we spoke to an officer who had knowledge of the incident. According to the rank, no one is allowed to arrest a person for noise nuisance and the matter should have been investigated. The officer even provided us with a statement from a former Commissioner of Police, Sila Prasad, on the matter. It has been observed that there are frequent incidents where members of the public are arrested and kept in custody for minor offenses and some for no offense. Some recent incidents developed into altercation which resulted in the force coming into major disrepute. All cases which I am still doubtful as to whether any offense was committed by these individuals prior to the intervention by the police. With immediate effect, commanders are required to put systems in place to prevent such incidents. For Channel 2 Headline News, Esther Sobers.
Thanks, Esther. After the break, persons angry over Venezuela's president's dinner with Salt Bay and U.S.-China trade war intensifies. But first, here is this week's bridge retraction schedule, sponsored by Cobbs Vulcanizing Shop, located at 248 Duncan Street, Newtown, Georgetown.
Fresh ingredients and Creole foods at the Cottage Restaurant and Cafe. Finger-licking boil and fry, meats cooked to perfection. No MSG added. We cater for vegetarians too. Breakfast and lunch available fresh Mondays through Fridays. We open 7 a.m. Get coffee, Milo, or our famous power porridge, filled with a blend of indigenous barks, natural fruit juices. Catering services and delivery available. Call 231-4343. Located at 16 Access Road, Kingston. The Cottage Restaurant and Cafe. Bringing back the good old days.
Real FM 93.1 Real FM. It's your favorite station for the best music from then to now.
'Cause girls like you run around with guys like me just high. Waste a day and spend the night. Tell me, are you riding? Say you never ever leave from beside us. Simple things, them are your blessings, a blessing. Simple things are your...
Every day, all day for real music, real people, and real vibes. Come on! 93.1 Real FM.
Real FM.
The people's choice.
Wouldn't it be nice if we didn't have so much waste to dispose of in the landfill? Well, composting can help us reduce the waste we dispose of by turning our organic waste into compost, which can be used to improve the quality of our soil.
Composting is very simple and convenient. You can compost using organic waste such as vegetable skins,
or fallen leaves and cut grass and put this in a composting bin or pile.
Compost can help your garden grow healthy plants while reducing your volume of waste. It's a really good way to keep our communities clean and healthy.
So, let's all start composting our waste.
Find out how easy it is. Call us on 226-2189 or 227-8429 or visit our website moc.gov.gy. A message from the Ministry of Communities in collaboration with the Inter-American Development Bank.
Need a ride around town and beyond? Look no further than Oasis Ride Taxi Service. With affordable prices and some of the best drivers in the business, we've been delivering prompt and reliable service to Guyana for over 16 years. We also offer tours, chauffeur service, and even car rentals. You can call us at 231-5554 or 225-5496. For deals, specials, and more information, find our page on Facebook. Oasis Ride Taxi Service. Let's go.
Welcome back. Now here's George Gonzalez with the regional and international headlines of the day.
Today's regional and international news is sponsored by Top Notch Auto Sales. Top Notch Auto Sales, located at 145 Regent Road, Georgetown. And in regional news, video of Venezuela's President Nicolas Maduro eating in an upscale steak restaurant in Turkey has caused outrage in crisis-hit Venezuela. The images show Turkish celebrity chef Nusret Gökçe carving meat in front of the president and his wife Cecilia Flores at Gökçe's Nusret restaurant in Istanbul. Almost two-thirds of Venezuelans have reported losing weight as shortages of food worsened in recent years. Red meat is especially scarce. And in international news, China and the United States' escalating trade war saw the U.S. imposing new tariffs of over $200 billion. The new tariffs will apply to almost 6,000 items, marking the biggest round of U.S. tariffs so far. Handbags, rice, and textiles will be included, but some items expected to be targeted, such as smartwatches and high chairs, have been excluded. The Chinese Commerce Ministry said it had no choice but to retaliate, but is yet to detail what action it will take. The U.S. taxes will take effect from the 24th of September, starting at 10% and increasing to 25% from the start of next year, unless the two countries can agree on a deal. And finally, Elon Musk's company, SpaceX, has unveiled the first private passenger it plans to fly around the moon, his Japanese billionaire and online fashion tycoon, Yusaku Maezawa. As he announced, "I choose to go to the moon." The mission is planned for 2023. Only 24 humans have visited the moon, all of them Americans. 12 of them landed on the moon. NASA's Apollo 17 in December 1972 marked the last time humans landed on the moon or went beyond low Earth orbit. The mission is reliant on a rocket that has not been built yet, and Mr. Musk cautioned it is not 100% certain we can bring this to flight. Channel 2 Headline News, George Gonzalez.
Thanks, George. Here is your 3-day weather forecast. And as Channel 2 Headline News for this Tuesday evening. As we take our leave, we invite you to find Channel 2 Headline News on Facebook, YouTube, and our website, headlinenewsguyana.com. You can also tune in tomorrow morning at 6:30 for a rebroadcast and Wednesday evening at 7 for more news. For now, I'm Baby Backer signing out from your newscast saying thank you for staying tuned and to have a blessed evening.